Tracy here from the West Grey Public Library. Thank you for joining me for our gentle chair yoga. When you're ready, just making sure that your chair is in a secure place where it's not going to slide around. You're welcome to take your shoes or your socks off and just come to the edge of your seat where you have the chance to find a nice tall spine versus leaning back into the chair. Somewhere where the feet can plant down onto the ground. Finding a little bit of space between the feet and the knees. We're just going to take a moment and just relax our eyes, perhaps with a little bit of heat and warmth from our hands. So just taking the palms of the hands, beginning to rub them together, creating a little bit of friction and heat. Just rubbing them together until they get really warm. And then we're going to place those over the eyebrows or the forehead or even the eyes, closing them gently and just giving them a little rest here. Just relax the fingertips, relax the shoulders. Sitting tall, softly through the spine. Begin to take big inhales through your nostrils. And we'll exhale out the mouth with a sigh. Or more of an audible exhale. So finding yourself full in-breath and a sigh of the mouth. Doing that 2 or 3 more times in your breath pace. Very nice. Relax the arms down on your armrest or your lap. Relaxing the shoulders. You're welcome to keep the eyes closed here. And then just closing the mouth and taking a few deep breaths in and out of the nostrils. So full breath in, feeling the chest expand, the rib cage, belly. And then finding a nice long, slow exhale. Full breath in, full breath out. And then maybe opening the windows to your eyes or keeping them closed. Just turning your head from side to side, just nice and slow, finding a stretch to the neck. Keeping the chin fairly parallel to the floor. And then come through center and just dropping the ear from side to side. And with this one here, you're welcome to relax the arms down at your side. And then we'll pause at one side, reaching the arms out. Just taking a few breaths, perhaps slightly drawing the shoulders back and down, relaxing the hands and the palms, and just breathing into the neck, maybe gazing up or down, wherever you find a nice stretch. And then coming up and over to the other side. Nice, and then coming up, we're going to take the right hand and just bring it across your chest or sternum on the left side and just gently pulling the skin down. And then again, dropping your right ear to your right shoulder. And then we're going to start to gently draw the left hand back. So as you reach it out, draw it back as if pushing the palm of the hand or the back of the hand back behind you. And then release from that. Taking the left hand on the right side, gently pulling down the chest and stretching the skin here. As you drop your left ear to the left side, reaching the right hand out, maybe palm forward, and gently pressing it back behind you. Nice, and then releasing from that. Taking the right hand now just onto the left kind of neck and top of the shoulder, and just giving a few squeezes here, maybe underneath the ear and out towards the shoulder. And then 5 strokes down that arm with the hand. So just down 5 times, nice and slow. Taking the left hand now over to the right side of the neck, underneath the ear, across the top of the shoulder, just a little bit of squeezing here, just getting some blood flow circulating. And then 5 strokes down that arm, nice and slow. Just focused on the texture of your skin or material of your clothing.
Yeah, they're definitely looking very good.
Nice. And then we'll bring the shoulders up towards the ears and bring them back behind you. A nice full squeeze of the shoulder blades and bringing them down. Doing a nice full circle with the shoulders here. A few like this. And again, we can pair movement with our breath just to bring us a little more into the body and out of the mind. So inhaling as the shoulders come up, exhaling as they come down.
Okay, that sounds great. And then I just have this big shelf move and my smiling comments.
Nice, relax that. And we'll just move through the elbows, so just turning the elbows or the forearms in a nice big circle. And then change the direction with that. And then moving through the wrists.
Yeah, they do. I'm just missing that.
And both directions with the wrists. Nice, bringing the hands down onto the thighs. And then we're gonna actually draw the spine backwards as if rounding like a cat. And you tuck your chin and your tailbone, press through the feet. And then inhale as you press down through the feet, through the seat, and then come to a back bend. Lifting the gaze, the heart, the shoulders roll back. Moving through that a few times. Staying connected to the feet on the ground, using that as an anchor for your support. Again, inhaling opens the front body. Exhale, opens the back body. Nice, and then coming up top. So we're just going to move a little bit through the hips here, and again, just kind of alternating side to side a little. So we're going to lift the right knee and just touch the fingertips. You might touch the palm of the hand just to clap underneath. And then we're just gonna alternate from side to side. If you can't quite reach the fingertips, that's okay, just head in that direction. We're just getting a little bit of movement into the hip flexors. You can get a little tight if we've been sitting all day. So just to strengthen them can help to release tension too. Sometimes our tension is created from weakness in the hips. So just alternating, going at your pace. You don't have to follow along with my pace. Just taking that nice and slow. Nice, and we're also getting a little gentle rotation or twisting through our belly and spine. Nice, relax that down. Take a full breath in. Sigh that out the mouth. Beautiful. Let's bring the weight forward, come into the feet. We're gonna come up to standing. So just from that movement with the hips, we can bring the hands here to your low back and send the hips forward. Nothing too deep that you're not collapsing in your low back. And then we're just gonna start to draw a nice big circle with the hips here. So moving around. You can also just allow your arms to relax at your side. Just reaching your tailbone back and out to each side, and then nice big circle here. And then change your direction. Nice. And then standing up tall, we'll bring the feet together, the knees together, bending here, pulling the hips back, so you still have length to the spine, not rounding here. So just nice length to the spine, bringing the fingertips to the upper thighs or to the knees, and with the feet together here, we're just going to start to circle the knees around. So you may kind of roll to the outer edges of your feet, the inner edges, to the balls of the feet, just being kind and gentle with the knees, but just getting a little bit of blood flow here, down to the lower legs. Great for strengthening the knees. Change your direction with that. Nice, and then come up tall. We'll come to stand beside the chair. So just holding on to the chair here, the opposite arm is going to reach out. So find some space between your feet here. Reaching out towards the sky. So finding length here on this side of your body, and then reaching up and over towards your chair. We'll find a few movements here with this. So turning the chest and the gaze down towards the floor. And then inhale and open that up towards the sky. Maybe you even slightly reach the arm back. Just let the hand on your chair just be there for support. Inhaling to reach. Sorry, it doesn't really matter which way you pair the breath with this. Just reaching and opening. And then we'll come right back to that side bend here, nice and long through that side of the body, all the way from the outer edge of your foot until the tips of your fingers. A few slow breaths here. And then come on up tall. And just feel that sensation on your side, one side of your body. A little bit of energy moving there. Come to the other side of your chair. And then that opposite arm reaches up towards the sky. So reaching that up tall, pressing down equally through both feet. And then up and over towards the chair. The hand is there just for support. Necessarily have to touch the chair. And then we'll begin to pair a little bit of movement. So as you reach forward, as the chest and the gaze come down, and then inhale and open the chest, and maybe reaching back gently with the arm, maybe even reaching the gaze back, reaching forward and down, and then gazing up, opening through the chest. And then coming up tall, over to the side again, relaxing the shoulders, just finding a nice side bend here, space between the pelvis and the rib cage. Full breath in. And coming up tall, relax that arm down at your side. Just notice some of the sensations there. And then when you're ready, we'll just come back down to your chair. Taking a seat here. And just coming into the feet, you can bring your hands to rest on your thighs, pressing down into the balls of the feet and lift the heels up. So it feels like a little bit of a stretch maybe to your toes, and then rest the heels back down. Lifting the heels up and resting the heels back down. And again, you can close your eyes, just finding a nice soft breath, a little bit of stimulation to the backs of the lower legs here, the ankles and the feet. Nice, and then just relax that. Notice some of the heat maybe in the legs, the energy there. Then we're gonna lean back slightly, grabbing onto the sides of the chair, lifting the right knee. So the foot is just hovering, the knee is bent. We're gonna turn the leg outward and then turn the leg inward. So this movement might not be really large, especially on the inward turn as you turn the knee inward and the ankle goes out to the right. So just moving here from the hip. So again, this movement doesn't have to be large, but just again, engaging some of those stabilizing muscles of the hip.
So in my office, you sync with.
Nice, let's take that ankle now, cross it over the opposite leg. Sitting up nice and tall here, and perhaps hinging forward or lengthening that leg out in front of you if that stretch is really intense. And just taking a few breaths, closing the eyes. And then sitting up tall and relaxing that leg down. Just take a moment just to kind of notice some of the changes you may feel from one side to the other. And then leaning back slightly, again holding onto the chair, lifting the left leg. And then we'll find that internal and external rotation. Again, this doesn't have to be and likely is not going to be a very large movement, one that we don't necessarily find a lot throughout the day. So just a little bit of kind of nourishment there. Great thing to do throughout your day if you're sitting. So moving all the way straight up from the hip down to the foot. And then take that leg, cross it over the right, sitting up tall and hinging forward. Just taking a few breaths and maybe even drop the head. Wiggle around a little, soften the shoulders. Nice, and then find yourself sitting up nice and tall and relaxing that leg down. Just find your comfortable seat again. We'll take one hand to the chest and one hand to the belly. We'll just spend a moment closing the eyes softly or even just down to the immediate kind of space around you. And just take a few quiet breaths here. Just allowing your mind to foster concentration. Even just saying the word, I'm breathing in and I'm breathing out. Feeling each inhale as it fills the body. And feeling each exhale as it empties from the body. And then relaxing your hands down. Linking the windows open to your eyes. Finding a smile to your cheeks. And thank you for joining me here live. And again, if you've missed the replay or if you enjoyed this session, you can always reference it on our YouTube channel. And I look forward to seeing you again next week. Have a great week. Bye-bye.